Kings and queens, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Budgets with Elma, and today we are going to do my budget with me, which is the first one in the month of June. Last month was my lucky month, which means I got 3 paychecks in a month, which carried me over to where I am now. So my variable expenses are running low, so I definitely need to cash stuff and put my money where it needs to go. But before I do that, I want to break down the budget and show you what I actually brought in and where it is actually going. Now, I love doing budget with me because it is not only a plan on how I want to do money moves with the money I bring in for me and my family of 5, but it also helps me to stay within my budget. Now, keep in mind, I am a regular person, so which means I may not always stick to what I budget, but at least I have a plan set and try to stick as close as I can because life be lifing and sometimes we can't stay within those numbers, but I try my best to try to as best as I can. Now, before I get into it, if this is the first time you're watching my video, welcome to my channel. I hope you like what I bring into the budgeting community and show you how I work my budget. I am a zero-based budgeter. I'm also a hybrid budgeter, which means I do fixed expenses online, okay? And then for variable expenses or cash envelopes or saving challenges and some sinking funds, I do cash stuff for them, okay? And once they reach the goal that I need, or if I have to condense, then I deposit it into the bank and make my money work for me. And I am a low income budgeter, which means I have a low funds, but I still make money moves to make sure that I take care of my fixed expenses. Now come join me as I break down how and what did I do with the money I brought in. I am having my money in here, okay, just to bring it and make it look cute. And plus I had 2 envelopes from my bank when they did my teller slip. So I just put it all in one big envelope, which is what you see here. And this envelope here says, I'm not a princess, I am a queen. And I love it because, you know, I address each and every one of you as kings and queens because you are all royalty on my channel, okay? So let's go ahead and break down the budget and let me show you what we will be doing. I'm going to go ahead and move this binder. We will be coming back to it because we're cash stuffing it as well. And we're doing some of everything. Now, the template that I'm using to do my budget with me, I have it from and purchased it from Beautifulmeandyou, and she has it digitally and she has a hard copy actual book. She also has different versions of this, and so that is what I did. I printed some because I do have the digital one, and then my hubby of course got me the physical one, so whenever I want to switch it up I can, or I could just use it on my iPad if I need to, just bring the PDF and then fill it up and put in the numbers and work it from there. So what I have here, actually have the physical template, and we're going to break that down. I just want to show you how the template looks before me adding the numbers, but I went ahead step further because I knew that we would be doing so much in this video. I went ahead and set up the template, and this is how it looks, okay? Looking cute, okay? Adding a little bit of summer theme to it, and I hope you can see it. I'm going to move my cash tray just a little bit, so my name tag will have to be moved just a little bit, okay? And there goes my daughter's charger cord, so I'll move it out the way. She actually has it charged on my desk, all right? And I'm going to move everything and place this here, and we'll go from there, okay? So there you go, and that's her trying to get her phone off the charger and hit my tripod, okay? So let me just fix it back from my girl hitting it, my little pumpkin, all right? Actually, she's not little, guys. She's my oldest, but still, always my baby, all right? And let me just move this right here. I want to make sure that you're able to see this here. And let's go ahead and break down those numbers. Okay, and I'll put the cash here and put my calculator right here to the side. Let me just make some space. Okay, and this girl is hitting my tripod. Okay, and I'm giving her that look. Okay, let's see if she gets the hint. All right, so there we have it. Let's go ahead and break down those numbers, okay? And I was like, what a budget this is going to be, because you're going to see when I break down the numbers, you're going to be like, hold up. Yes, 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 indeed. Okay, so just a minute. My pumpkin hit the stuff off my desk. Grab that for me, pumpkin. It looks like this. Okay. Yes. Is there another one like that? Okay. All right, guys, just a second. She dropped my thing. So let's see. And if you hear any noise as well, it could be my mommy. She is always making her grand entrance on these videos every single time. Okay, never a dull moment. All right, so let's break down the numbers, okay? And what I did to save us some time, Kings and Queen, I went ahead and wrote down the different categories that we will be budgeting for and going from there. Okay, so my income, I typically do 1,600 as my income. Okay, and what I do is, let me write that in. So for the income, I do 1,600. All right, and 1,600 because I do take out my ties and everything, but I have 1,600 to do the budget. As always, I try to stick within that number. Okay, and then I do have my deductions from work. Okay, so I'm going to minus that right here. Okay, and that is my dental, medical, and all of those things. Okay, and I'm going to minus that from there just to show you the number that we're working with. So we came from 1,600, and then I'm going to minus the 187. Those are my deductions from work, okay? At least medical, dental, and those kind of things. And that will leave me, let me put that here. That will leave me a total of $1,413 to work with, okay, as my budget. And then I am going to add plus. Okay, and this is going to be a rollover because, as I told you, last month was my lucky month. Okay, so I've rolled over $100 in my bills account to add to the 1,413. So we're going to add that in. And if you hear noise, you know the deal. My pumpkin's trying to watch something. One is using their phone. Well, actually, two of them are using their phone. My mom is in the background and my daughter. So all the kids are here. Okay. So as you can see, I am working with $1,513 for my budget. Okay. Now, my oldest, she does pay me for her medical. Okay. Because her job does not provide that. And, but last month she didn't give it to me. So I am not able to budget it in here. Okay. So it's a if. It all depends on how her budget is because she does have her own little expenses. And this is my oldest, guys. She does work and she's a college student. She does live at home. She doesn't pay any expenses at home. This is her first time that we are making her pay for insurance. Okay. Okay. So it's just a little something to get her ready for the real world, the real life. You feel me? All right. So typically when she gets her paycheck, she just use it on her thing, which is fine by me. But we're showing her how to take care of some expenses. But I do not have it here in the beginning of paycheck number one to put in here for last month. She always pays me towards the end of the month previous for the month. Okay. But I didn't get it. So I am working with $1,513. Okay. Now for my mortgage, that is taken care of. Okay, and I never share that amount. Me and hubby take care of that in the beginning of the month. If you're new to my channel, we save each pay period half, and then my husband does half, and then we put it together and we pay the mortgage. Okay, so that is always taken care of at the beginning of the month. So what I get paid does not include minusing that out because I save a little bit in each paycheck. Okay, doing the split method. Now, so that's taken care of. The electric, I'm budgeting and I'm rounding these numbers up to make it easier when doing budgeting. And I'm doing 160 for electric. Trash is for 100. HOA is 100. Okay. Google storage. Okay. That's a new expense that I have. All right. Because me and my kids got so much to store when we're using our Google, Gmail, whatever it may be. Okay, or any of our subscriptions on different devices or anything like that. So I am adding that new expense and that is $25. Canva, I am budgeting 14. Okay, and Amazon, I am budgeting $9. And then I believe Netflix is 28. Okay, when I add all of those up, 160, 100, 100, 25, 14, 9, and 28. It gives me $436. Okay. And I had to just wait and ponder that. And yes, that's what it is for my fixed expenses for paycheck number one. The next thing I like to do is my variable expenses. And these vary from person to person. All right. Everybody has different number of people in their family and different things and goals going on. And my kids hit my tripod, guys. Okay. But I hope you can see okay. I won't mess with the lighting. Let me double check. Because as I told you, they were charging it by my desk. And let's see if it's okay for you. Let me see if I can fix it while we're talking. Okay. And go from there. All right. I'm going to adjust it to see if it'll be okay for you. Let's see. All right. And if it happens again, I'm super sorry. Okay. All right. So with that being said, for cash envelopes, these are the ones that I am doing. I do them every pay period unless something different happens. And this one's supposed to be toiletries. So let's put that in here. All right. For groceries, I am budgeting $300. Okay. And for family, which is for my kids, if they need anything, I am budgeting 25. For gas, I am budgeting 60. For personal, I am budgeting 25. Eating out, I am budgeting 50. And for toiletries, instead of my typical 20 something, I am putting 40 because I'm organizing my pantry and my cabinets. It's something I'm doing over the weekend. So I need to get some stuff from Dollar Tree, Dollar General, and maybe even Walmart to organize that closet. So when I add all of these up, kings and queens, 300 for groceries, 25, 60, 25, 50, and 40, it gives me $500 on the dot. And I hope you can see it. I'm going to write it here real big. That way I can kind of stay within frame. Okay. And that is that. And then for sinking funds, the only sinking funds that I'm doing is $100, which I already did and left that in the bank. So I won't be actually physically cash stuffing that. I've already left it in the bank and used it. And we already showered my husband for, and when I mean showered, shared a great time with him, my kids and everybody, and showed him some love. And I've already used the $100 that I put aside for gifts and showering him, like treating him. Because my kids did so many good things. Oh my God, my husband was so happy. The light went off again since my kids hit it. So I'm just going to leave it off. Okay, because they're charging something and it's pulling my extension cord. So I'm going to leave it as is. Hopefully you can see everything. Okay, and then what I like to do, kings and queens, because I have so much saving challenge categories, I like to put it in the sinking fund section because where they have saving challenges, it's not that big. So what I just left in here was just my buffer category. Okay, so what I am doing for mini Mondays, I am budgeting 60. And I hope you can see that. For Tiny Tuesdays, or if I do Tiny Thursday, it all depends. I'm budgeting 40. For Freebie Friday, I am taking that out because I am doing a Thankful Thursday now with my pen pal besties. So I have removed Freebie Friday and put that in its place. And I am budgeting for that specific one. I want to say, let's do $80 for that one, I believe. And that may vary depending on what I have going on in the week, if I could do more or less. And that will let me do 2 videos or even more, okay, depending on how things go. And then for I believe right here, my color and save, I am putting 25. And then for games, I believe 25 for color and save. Oh, let's make that 30. And then for games. And so right here for games or Faithful Friday, I am budgeting 50. Either or, it can be divided within any of those. And then for the Village Hop, I am cash stuffing $100 to get that caught up. And then I'm also doing a watch hour list, watching some of you guys to show love and support. I'm also charging, and when I mean charging myself 50 cents, another way to save with each video that I'm watching from Pacific Content Creators. I'll show you that in another video, but I am putting it here that I budgeted for it. And for that section there, I am putting that I'm going to be saving a total of $10 in this category. All right, so let's calculate what we have here for this side. Okay, so we have, so we have 100 for the sinking fund here. Okay, and 60, 40, and I'm just kicking my calculator, 30, 80, okay, plus 50, plus 100, plus 10. So that gives me 470 in this section. All right, and then for the bottom here, I am doing 20. Sorry, guys, my kids, oh my gosh, they're so close to my desk. 25 for the toll, okay, and 25 for the toll, 25 for postage, and 25 for supporting you guys on YouTube for memberships or purchasing in your shops. I like to put money aside for that. And this all totals up to 75. Okay. So now that we have the numbers, let me go ahead and add everything up. Okay. So we have 470 for that. We have 75 for this. And my buffer, guys, I like to leave that open to see what I have left. And then I throw it in there. And that will be in my bill account as a buffer if any of the fixed expenses are more than what I'm budgeting for. And if they're not, it'll just stay in there and remain in there. And when I get paid again, I'll pull a little bit aside to leave for my mortgage and do it for each paycheck and then pay my mortgage that way, whatever's left in there. All right, so let's go ahead and minus everything out. So we are working with 1,000, okay, 513. We're going to minus my fixed expenses of 436. That gives me 1,000. Let me grab I have more than one marker here, but let's go with this one, highlighter, I should say. And that gives me $1,077. I hope you can see that. It's kind of light. And then I'm going to minus my variable expenses of $500. That gives me $577. And I'm going to write it here. Okay. And then we're going to go into this section here, and I'm going to minus, okay, let's see here. We're going to minus 470. And I may not have enough because I'm right at the edge, kings and queens. That leaves me with 107 remaining. And then I'm going to minus my $75. Ooh, it is a tight one. Okay. And that leaves me with $32. I'm going to put the $32 in here, which means that will be my buffer. Not so much. Okay. Not looking good, but thank God last month was my lucky month. So I do have a little bit more left in my bill account. But for paycheck number 1, we have $32 left. When I minus the $32, it leaves me with a zero-based budget. Okay, so that you have it. And I'm going to put the 0 here. I'll go back and put these numbers in. Okay, but these are all the numbers that I specified. I'll just circle them here so you can see. Okay, and I will plug those numbers in towards the bottom. Okay, and let me just go ahead and do that now. So we have, okay, and then my bills are $436. Cash envelopes are $500 because I don't know if everything can fit on the thing. This whole category was $470. My buffer remained $32 and the debt section was $75. So, and then we had $513 minus 513. I don't know if you can see this on the bottom of the screen, which gives us the 0. Okay. So now that I have that, we are all good. And what I'm going to do is I am going to cash stuff my my everyday wallet. And what I'm using today, guys, because I wanted to change it up, is this one here. This one has been sent to me by Irene at Boop and Budget. I did win her giveaway and I wanted to use it in today's video, but there is some more categories that I have to add in after putting in my variable expenses here. I'm going to purchase a little bit more of these to put in here. But in the meantime, I was able to add my original hardstock, I believe that's how you call that, envelope in here. So I'll cash stuff what I can, and then if I cannot, I'll put it in here. But I want to show you what we'll be doing. Okay, so here are the funds, and I'm going to just put it on the cash tray. And again, I had them in 2 envelopes from the bank, and I just put them in the one large one. Okay, and we have here a total of $600 because that's what we'll be cash stuffing in today's video. So I'm going to go ahead and put it here. Boom. Okay. And then I have so many singles. So let me just, I know I'm putting it in a different direction, but we're just going to do it that way because I have so much ones. So let's just put the ones in the back. Okay. And sorry about the lighting issue, but you know when you got kids, they always doing something extra. Tell me if you can relate when you are recording, if you're a content creator, how many times your kids have interrupted you, okay, trying to get your attention, didn't need your attention, and all of a sudden you're doing something important, and boom, they're trying to talk to you. They're trying to get your attention. They're touching. They're doing this. They're doing that. So if you can relate, let me know that in the comments below. All right. And then if you're not a content creator, how many times are you on the phone or doing something and your kids are trying to get your attention as well when they didn't need you? All of a sudden you're doing something and now they need you. Okay. Let me know. All right. So go ahead. Now that I have set everything up, I'm going to go ahead and cash stuff what I need to. Okay. So this is the cash wallet that I'll be putting my money. And so what I'm going to do for groceries, I am putting $300. So I'm going to go ahead and grab 300. So okay, and that is a total of 300 in the amount of 20. And I'm just going to slip it in here to the side and put it in that category. The next one is dining out. And for dining out, I am putting $50. So I'm going to grab a 20, another 20, and a 10, and put that all together and put it in the dining out section. Okay. The next one is gas, and I am budgeting $60. So that's a 20, 40, 60, straight into gas. The next one is household, which is toiletries. I am budgeting 40. So let's take a 20 and another 20 because your girl is about to organize that closet. Okay. And I'll do a before and after picture if I can and put it in the community post. And then for my kids, I'm going to put 25 as I budgeted for. So I'm going to take a 20 and a 5 and that'll go for them. And because I'm going to be adding more tabs into here, I'm going to go ahead and just pull the personal as well. So that's a 10, makes it 20, and a 5, which makes it 25. And that is what I will be doing for personal. And I went ahead and just slide it to the back of the actual, wallet. And I'm just going to close it and it'll go inside of my purse as needed. Okay, so that one is taken care of. So now the final cash stuffing that we will be doing is the hop. Okay, and I have this little sticky here because that is a thing of the past. We're not doing Freebie Fridays anymore. We're doing Thankful Thursdays with my pen pal besties. Now, this is my binder where I keep the Village Hop, and we're going to go ahead and cash stuff it and update it. Okay, I did watch all the women who are participating, the queens, in this beautiful, okay, collab that everybody's doing in the community that has been made by Donna, powered by creativity, and Mama Bear, right? And so I'm going to cash stuff it to get it caught up, okay? And so that is what we're going to be doing in the video, okay? So let me go ahead and grab my list, okay? And you may hear my kids moving about. Okay, so let me get everything. Okay, and I'm just fixing everything here. I had it to the side, but as you can see, they've been busy on my desk. Okay, so there we go. All right, so first thing we're going to cash stuff is the OPOOP envelope. And this one here, I need to add $18 to get it caught up. Okay, so I'm going to take a 5, another 5, okay, and another 5, 3 5s to make it 15. And then I'm going to add 16, 17, 18. And I made sure that I had a lot of ones, guys, just so I can make sure I have just the right amount to go into these envelopes. Okay. And I will be doing a condensing video before the month end. And so these envelopes will get smaller. But in the meantime, I wanted to have the exact amount. Okay. Now, I just added that in, and now that has made it a total of 73 in OPOOP. The next one is debt binder, right? The debt envelope. And for this one here, I need $12 to get it caught up. So I have a 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Okay, so $12 to be added into debt to bring it caught up. And I have the trackers out, which is my budget sheet templates to update them. I have them on the side. That's why you don't see them in the envelope. So now number 2 of debt has $77. It has been caught up. For section number 3, the emergency, okay, I need to bring it current to 69. So I need to add $13. Okay, so I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, so $13 will be added into here. And again, keep in mind, once I add this in, this one will be current. Okay, after watching Canadian Finance Journey, okay, which is my good friend Bobby. I have, oh, let's see, looks like it can't even go in. Okay, so I'll just put it like this and I'll fix it afterwards off camera. For the next one, giving generously, number 4. Okay, I needed $21 to bring it current. Okay, and I do these every bi-weekly to get caught up. But last month, I had a lot going on with my kids, with getting them ready for camp and everything. And so I didn't get a chance to stuff it, but I made sure I put it in the budget to get caught up. All right. Again, we needed 21. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Okay. And let's see if we can make it go in here. I don't know if it will, because I will need to, yeah, it can. I just don't want it to pop at the seams, which it looks like it will. There we go. Okay. The next one is number 5, holiday. And what I need is to add $24 into here. Okay. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Okay, and I'll put it here for now. I'll add it in afterwards. For envelope number 6, self-care, I will need, okay, $12 to get it current, okay, which will then make it have the following 66. So I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, and that will go into self-care. And again, I'll put it in the front and add it afterwards. Okay. The next one is Saver's Choice. And I believe I need it in here just I believe I needed just 10, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so we have some fives in the back. So we have 5. Oh, sorry about the lighting. 5. Okay. I just condensed it a little bit because I didn't want to add too many ones. So I'm going to add 2 5s instead into this one here.